My basic understanding with aquaponics is that the water, the fishy poopy water that's in below is gonna pump up into the plants. The plants are actually gonna feed off of the fishy poopy water and clean the water as it goes through. After that, the water's gonna cycle back down into the fish tank. So I did some basic research and I got some items to get started. Hopefully I have everything. We have a tank here, approximately 18 gallons, and we have the pump. Scored this pump at Harbor Freight. It was on sale for $18.99. Then you have the 20% coupon, I believe. And then we got a free tarp on top of that, which was super cool. So, really good deal. Went to Home Depot after that, checked out pond pumps that were similar, and they were around 30 something bucks. So super cool deal on this one. So this is gonna push up into the water, the plant bed. The plant bed that I ended up getting isn't a plant bed. It's actually a cement mixer tub. And I got this from Home Depot, and I believe it was 5 to 10 bucks. We'll put those details down below. After that, I figured that I probably still need some type of filter anyways, just to make sure everything's staying clean for the fish. I don't know, maybe I don't, maybe I'm going a little overboard, but I'm gonna try it without it first. But this is a small filter that I have on the side just in case. And then we have a heater for the fish, depending upon what kind of fish we put in there, but I have one just in case. And then I have the Eco Air 2, it's adjustable air pump. So we have, we got an adjustable air pump. We have 2 ports here. I read that we may need air for the plants to aerate it. So that's why I got one with 2. So one for the fish to ensure the water's still cycling around, and one for the plants. Then we got the hoses too. We've got these 2 items at the Best Hydroponic Supply Store as well, and these were a great price. Got the air stones for those. Those were $1.99 if I remember correctly. And then we also got some clay pebbles. I didn't know how much I needed, so we got this big bag. And I read that I saw that a lot of people were using these, so I hope that we have a lot of really good success. So we have some tubing here for the pump, the pond pump, and the idea is we're gonna use this, is this a hose Barbed T, so that we don't have just one like line of water coming through. I don't know if that makes sense. I basically want more flow of water coming through since this tub is really, really wide, to ensure the water is actually flowing more to one side of the tub. So we ended up getting this T. So the idea is we're going to put this in and then tee off the tubes. We scored these grow pot net pots, and I got some different sizes. I believe these were, the small ones were only like 25 cents and the larger ones were 50 cents. So these were cool. And we're just gonna set these into the clay pots, into the clay pebbles here with the plants. And they said, you wanna make sure that you pull the roots out all the way. Well, some people said, because if you don't pull the roots out all the way, they'll rot, and then you'll end up having rancid water in here, and it'll just mess up the rest of your plants. So that's why you want to get these, so that when you pull, get everything. So at Home Depot, we were asking for help because we were trying to figure out a way of having some type of drain in this tub here, and a Home Depot helper said to get a bulkhead union with this washer thing. I don't know what these things are. Anyways, this piece right here is basically $14. And then we needed this adapter to go with it, which was $2.24. And then we went to the hydroponics store and we saw this thingamajugger, and this was exactly what we needed, because I told Robert that, hey, this is cool, but I need to cover this with something because I can't have the clay pebbles or whatever clogging up the drain. So so the idea was we were gonna get like one of these things, actually the bigger one here. Boom. And then stick the clay pebbles around it so it wouldn't obstruct the drain. But then we went down to the hydroponics store and saw this thingy. It's perfect. It's exactly what we needed. It even has this little adapter deal right here. It comes in 2 pieces. I don't even remember how much we paid for this, but basically they had a kit with 2 different sizes for $7.99, and you would have had both. So yeah, this is great. This was $5. $5. Can't beat that. And it's 1 whole piece, and it has the little drain doodad. Well, that's what I'm going to use it. I don't even know what it's for, but I'm going to use it for that because it looks like that's what I need it for. So yeah. So now we're going to try to take all these goodies, put it together, and see what kind of mess we can make. So the first things that we're going to work on is on this trough, we're going to try to fit this tubing on here as well with this drain. So what we're planning to do is to drill a hole using this 3/4 bit and putting this tubing through the hole, then using the T here, and we're just gonna see how the water flows out of this T first before we do anything else. And then we're gonna drill a hole, not on the bottom, but on the side, just because, for 2 reasons. It's not gonna fit on our rack, and plus we were just wondering if the water just seeps out really quickly, are the plants gonna get anything? So we wanna make sure that it pulls in here and then slowly drains out. I guess we'll find out how that works here in a second. So let's start drilling. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Boom. Okay. So I messed up by putting this freaking thing on here already. Oh, all you need is muscle. Oh, that looks good. Plus we were wondering how we were gonna fix this here so it wouldn't move. So this is a perfect solution because it's not gonna go anywhere. I mean, it kind of can. It can angle everywhere and spew all crazy, but we can figure that out.
Like right there is the furthest I can go. Okay.
That looks good right there. Okay, go ahead.
Watch your hand.
Yep. There you go, it's coming through.
Kind of a funky hole.
Yeah.
Let me grab a file. There you go. All right.
Here we go. Okay. All right, now we're done with this. So we have our tubing going through here somehow. We'll figure out how this actually functions as we go along. And then now we have our drain. So we decided to put it on the side, remember? So it can sit completely flat. And now we have a little spigot coming out the back, so it doesn't look, well, it looks a little nicer. All right, next thing. This is our old turtle tank. We just rinsed this out, and then we put up our tub up here, and it's ready to go, if you can see that. So now, I just ripped this open like an animal. We're gonna look in this pond pump and hooked up this pond pump to the tank and cut the tubing down. So the pond pump we ended up getting, it says it's 264 gallons per hour max flow, and the max head lift is 5.5 feet. I don't know what that means, but I thought that we needed some power just in case we wanted to add additional beds. So hopefully this is enough power. Maybe I went a little too wimpy, but we'll find out. The pump must be connected. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing here. Hey, you. It rolls around, it does things. Okay. Okay, so this is... Okay, pump long story short. We have figured it out. This is our new setup because this particular one does not have a control valve that's like, we thought it had a knobby in it and it doesn't. So it has other knobbies to control the flow. So this is the way we got to set it up. And then I guess I don't need that much hose. So I had a pair of scissors that existed somewhere. Here they are. All right, I'm gonna hacksaw this. Probably need a knife.
That's not a knife.
Nope. But it's...
Did it?
Yeah. Muscles. Okay. So now, gonna connect the tip with the pump. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And then we'll set this bad boy in here. Is the corner better? Center better? I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay. So next, we're going to work on the drain. So I'm just gonna plug this in here. Now we have a crazy line coming back into the tank, which we'll figure out how that works. All right, let's put some clay pebbles in here. So you probably just saw how dusty and gross that just was. So we did a little research and found out, whoops, we're supposed to rinse these things before we start using them. So we're gonna unplug all that we just did because we gotta go rinse these. It says that it's supposed to expand in water, so I don't know. Well, where I read it's supposed to expand in water, so who knows how much more bigger these things are gonna get. I guess we can see how well your drain plug's doing. All right, we just got done rinsing all this clay pebble out, and we just hooked everything back up, and it looks good, so I think we're ready to fill it up with some water and see where we're at. So the idea is, if I can at least get this going, we can add another tier and then have it drip down into the other bed, and then that's kind of like how a fodder system works, which I haven't done yet, so I guess I should start. Well, people use a bucket too, which I've seen, so maybe I'll start with a bucket and then understand how that works. Or I can just jump into it and maybe grow some fodder as well. With veggies like kale, I saw that some people grew some carrots, and I thought that was rad. Our doggies like carrots. So I have both valves open all the way. I'm just afraid it's gonna spew water everywhere. So I'm gonna close the valves halfway and then plug it in and then kind of see where we're at. Yeah, we're rocking. This is cool. So this is our little T, and we have water coming out. And I don't know, I was thinking we might add another hose extending it this way, and then drilling holes in it so it actually spreads throughout. So it's full. Oh. Since we put our drain like on the side and not directly on the bottom of this, when the water level gets low, it starts making a gurgling noise, which is kind of loud. But if you have the level at this, we worked out a power level that works, but the point is not to have I believe not to have the plants completely submerged the full time, but so we're just gonna have to live with the gurgling noises for right now, or keep this going. But the way that we have it, it works. So the water level for the tank works with the water level with the bed. So now we're gonna add this air pump, and we got it locally from the Best Hydroponics store here in Las Vegas. Best Hydroponic Supply, I believe. Supply. And we got this O2 blue tubing from them too. And we also got these air stones. So I read somewhere that it's good, of course, to have air for the fishes, but also to have air for the plants too. So I'm just gonna do it. We're gonna take this O2 blue tubing that's UV resistant, and it's pretty simple. So plug and play, I guess you can say. And then I'm gonna measure, because we're gonna connect it the other end to an air stone. I think I'm just gonna plop it in there. Nothing fancy. What do you think? I don't want to cut it too short. Now we're gonna plug this last bad boy in all the way up to the tray. Now, we have more water agitation. I mean, even with this too. So we ended up getting this Tetra Smart 20. Had it for a while. I think we got it at PetSmart. I think we did. But again, we've had it for a while because I planned to do something with this tank and didn't do anything with it. Don't we? Oh, the plans we have. But now we can. So it's a dual density technology. I don't know, 20 gallons. Robert did the math. This is 18, so this should work. I guess technically this system, you wouldn't need a filter. But I don't know, I still feel like we need to filter out the water some way. Just, I don't know. safety first. So, but we're gonna plug it in and have super filtration in here, I guess. Okay. And then I saw in someone else's like video that they put some filtration media as the water was getting pumped up, and then the water gets pumped into the filtration media, and then the filtration media catches a lot of the larger fish poop debris and stuff like that. And then I saw that other people put worms and stuff, so I don't know. Well, we won't get crazy yet. We'll just start with this and then see what happens. Oh no. Okay, we figured out we had the tank backwards, so we had to flip it around, and then finally the filter was able to fit, so now I'm going to plug it in and hopefully it'll work. Oh, yes, success, and it's beautiful. Oh. So I guess the next thing is to select some plants or some starter seeds, and then we would, I guess, put them in here. So depending upon the size plants we have or we start with, they would just sit in here, just like this. And then when we're ready, I guess we just harvest them, just like that, roots and all. All right, everything looks like it's running pretty smoothly. I mean, we had some hiccups along the way, but again, it was the first time that we were doing this. But the pump's working really well, circulating through the trough and now coming down into the tank. And we have a nice little filtration system here too for the fishes. So we're just gonna let it run and then check back with us in a little bit after we add another some plants, and then we'll probably do another video when we add some fishes. So thanks for watching us. Make sure to subscribe and to like, and we'll see you in the next one.